Hey guys, welcome back to a ridiculously cold day here at the Hide. We're going to be doing a resurrection of the Savage Model 11 Trophy Predator Hunter. I wanted to get another one of these. This to me is, just a great rifle. Really inexpensive, but a lot of great features, which we'll go into here in a minute. But I wanted to kind of bring one of these back into the Hide and do a little bit more testing with it, get a little bit more in depth with it, and kind of see what we can do. This one again is in 243. Savage does use the 1 and 9.25 twist, which, it's up in the air about as far as what, bullet weight ranges can be used. You'll hear guys say that the heavier stuff doesn't stabilize. You'll hear some say that will. We'll find out. Previously, I've had mixed results with the heavier stuff. It seems to gravitate towards the 70 to 80 grain range is what I've experienced the best accuracy with. I've got 5 different factory loads here, anything from, the higher end Hornady stuff all the way down to some Winchester hunting ammo. We're going to shoot some groups at 110 just out of the factory, base model of this and see what we can get. And later on, this rifle is going to morph. We've got a few upgrades in the mix for it. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're running just the BSA tactical test mule just to get some rounds down range, but let's see what we can do here. Let's start off. The factory stock does use a little detachable box mag, and guys, it's not much. This rifle is marketed as a hunting rifle. This would probably be fine for that. I personally don't care for the little 3-round box mags. The little plastic clip, I'm sure it's all right. I haven't had any trouble with them, but it could pose a problem with extended use. But overall, no issues. But we're going to try some of this 100 grain Winchester here first. And like I said, this is a 3-round magazine, which again in a hunting application is more than sufficient. But let's just take some shots here and see what we can do. Definitely not the greatest with that stuff. But let's see what we can do with, let's try some of this Hornady Superformance. This is that 58 grain VMAX stuff, and this stuff is cooking, fellas. This stuff is almost at 4,000 feet per second. I believe it's listed at 3925. So that is definitely hauling the mail. Let's try 3 of these. One more here. All right, let's try some of this 95 grain Remington here. Kind of a new load we've been messing with here at the Hide. Haven't used a lot of the Remington Premier stuff. Kind of hard to find where I'm at, but had some pretty good results out of it in other rifles, so wanted to try this out as well. All right. too bad. Not too bad. Now this is that Browning 65 grain stuff. Shot a little bit of this out of that Howa, and it done really well. Anxious to see what it will do in the Savage here. Oh, getting away from me here. So let's try 3 of these here. Alright. Oh. Failure to eject, guys. One thing I have noticed on a few of the Savages, sometimes you will experience weak ejection. It kind of just is what it is, you know, guys. It happens every now and then. It doesn't happen all the time. I haven't experienced it a lot with some of the other models, but it does happen. Here's some 95 grain Fusion. Let's try some of that. I think we may have to reshoot that Superformance Hornady again. I believe it overshot the target. I was sighted in for the heavier weight stuff, and that lighter grain stuff is moving so fast. Pretty sure it overshot the target. So we may have to readjust and reshoot that one here in just a minute. Alright, 3 of these here. One got away from us there, but not too bad for a hunting load. Let's go ahead and readjust here. And we're going to go ahead and run another 3 shots out of that Superformance to get it on paper for you guys. That, like I said, this is running at 3225 feet per second. This Browning is 3400. So I mean, this stuff is moving. But we'll try another 3 of these so we can see what kind of a group we can get. And again, this is, you know, the lighter grain stuff, so it's moving considerably faster. There we go. Not great, but not bad. Let me grab the camera, fellas. Let's take a look at the rifle here real quick. Get close up of it. Like I said, it does have the AccuTrigger. It is a bottom bolt release. So definitely keep that in mind, fellas, when you're buying these, because you're going to have to source different styles of stocks, because this won't fit your standard Model 10 action. You have to get one made for that release. The stock, you know, it is what it is. It's a plastic hunting stock. It's nothing fancy. This does use what I consider Savage's probably best profile. I love their medium contour barrel. It's relatively lightweight, but gives you enough, you know, oomph up there to get you a little bit better accuracy and not cause an overweight situation. It is target crowned. Only thing I do wish is that it was threaded, but that's not a deal breaker. This rifle actually does come with a scope out of the box. It's a little 3-9 Nikon. So, I mean, you could shoot this out of the box, just grab you some ammo and hit the range or hit the hunting field, and you'd be ready to go. But for testing, get a little bit more magnification. Let's take a walk down. We'll take a look at the target itself and see what we can do here. Like I say, in its current configuration, the rifle is very controllable. It's, you know, it's compact enough to where it wouldn't take much to lug it around, you know, hunting all day, because it doesn't weigh a lot. The 22-inch barrel isn't long enough to keep getting bound on stuff or anything like that. So, but to me, I think that particular model is my favorite across the board. I don't hunt, but as far as like tactical shooting, tactical matches, being in a compact form like that, and as you guys know, I love 243, so I don't know why Savage don't offer more of their models than that, but kind of the Creedmoor and everything else has kind of taken over, so 243 is on the back burner, but that's okay. I'm fine with being old school. Let's see here. All right, yeah, we definitely overshot that one, but there's that hunting load, that 100 grain Winchester. That's about what we expect. You know, what is that, about a 4-inch group, I guess. That right there is that Remington Premier. That's pretty good, honestly. That's not bad at all. This right here is that Federal Fusion. I mean, I'm sure that's me, but there's that Browning, that 65 grain Browning. I mean, that's 2 shots in one hole, and that one's not far behind, so that's a sub-MOA group. I mean, can't really beat that. And there, after I readjusted the scope and got that Hornady on paper, it's basically about the same. So, as you can tell, the gun does seem to favor the lighter grain stuff, with maybe the exception of that Premier, which is honestly what I would expect. The last one that we shot out here was pretty much the same. I had similar results running 70 grain Nosler ballistic tips, as well as some of the 70 grain Sierra Match Kings. So I mean, it's pretty in line with those results as well. But definitely stay tuned for this rifle. Like I said, we're going to get some hand loads worked up for it. We're going to shoot these same loads out of the rifle after we get it upgraded. So I know you guys will definitely want to stay tuned for that. It'll be really interesting to see those results as well. But please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. And I definitely appreciate it. And as always, fellas, shoot straight. Later.